Look at that meat, the sausage. Oh, you got the carrots, the potato, our lardons. Oh, it just, the smell, oh, it's incredible. It's just one of those real homely smells. You know, you can imagine this wafting around the house and outside. Oh, just look at that. That looks, oh, that looks something special. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are staying in Ireland. We're in Dublin. We're making the Dublin Coddle. Now, coddle means to simmer slowly, and there's loads of stories about how the coddle came around. Now, I have a fantastic selection of old meat here. I've got some sausage, which I've actually screwed up into a ball, and I'm going to chuck that in just to cook inside the pan. I'm actually going to put a little bit of colour on this sausage before that goes in the pan. I've got some old processed ham that's left over from Christmas, and I've got some bacon lardons, homemade. Now we're just going to fry off a little bit in here, and we're going to chuck some in the pan. We've got a whole array of vegetables. We've got potatoes, carrots, onions, and we got some chopped parsley to finish, and we'll chuck a load of chicken stock in here with some water and make a nice soup. So we're just going to crack on, and we're just going to make it as we go. Okay, we got a flame on. Now, like I say, I'm browning some of this. Now, you don't have to, and a lot of families don't. Now, I'm going in there with my bacon lardons. The reason for using the bacon lardons, you know, they're going to get a nice little bit of browning and crisp on there, but they're going to send out that fat juice, and we're going to put that fat juice in the coddle. Gives it a bit of body. So we just want a little bit of colour on there. Now I've got a little bit of lard here. We obviously don't need it, but I'm going to put a little bit in just to help all this stuff on its way. Now, like I say, some brown, some don't brown. It depends where you are. And some say north of Dublin, south of Dublin. It's entirely up to you whether you brown it or not, you know. Now, coddle, where you eat it everywhere, you know, most of the majority of places, the people that make coddle, it's white meat, it's a white dish. You got potatoes, you got onions, you've got the boiled meat in there, you know. So it looks white. That's why they chuck in the parsley, make it look green, you know. But as families have evolved with different recipes, carrots have gone in there, you've got garlic in there. So really, you know, a coddle has changed over the years. It's still a fantastic, filling, working man's dinner. And you know, there's loads of stories about where it came from as well, you know. Loads of stories about the wife would put on the dinner, the man would go out to work, have a few beers, come home, and the coddle would be cooked and on the table for dinner, you know. And I'm sure that's how it is in a lot of homes, and was. You know, these traditions, they're fantastic when you look into them. You know, some of them don't fit the modern world, but you know, there were great traditions in the day. Now, to make up the coddle, you know, we're going to use chicken stock. You can use water, you can use anything you want actually. You know, let's not get hung up on it. We're making a stew with all the stuff in there. And we're going to let it cook for a minimum of 2 hours. Now, if you're doing it in a slow cooker, a crock pot, anything like that, perfect results after about 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours, depending how big you've cut the potatoes. You know, if you've cut them small, they might mush in. If they're mushing, you've got a nice thickener in your coddle. Perfect. We're just going to go in there with a little bit of our sausage. Now, this is normal pork sausage. It's not Irish pork sausage, it's pork sausage. We want a little bit of colour on there. Again, like I say, you don't have to do this. You can chuck it all straight in your coddle and it will cook perfectly well. It'll just be a white colour. but that is more with tradition, how it first evolved. That's up to you. So I have a big pan here, and we're going to chuck that straight in that pan whilst we carry on with these sausages. There's enough colour on there for me. Now this is bog standard processed ham. It's ham that I make here, and there's a link on the channel to make it actually. And it's a leftover, you know, there's a little bit of a chunk there. Perfect for this dish. You can throw anything in here. I'm going to chuck that in there too. Now, like I said, we're not trying to cook this in any way. We just want to put a little bit of a brown colour on there if we can. It'll finish off in the pan. Now these were your normal sausages. I've just cut them into 3, and so it looks quite a lot, and it'll look quite a lot of meat in our coddle when it's cooking. It'll look like a real nice plateful when we serve it up. This is a little bit of sausage meat from inside one of the sausages. Take the skin off and just roll up your balls. It's like eating meatballs in Asia actually. Oh, drop one in there, look. But that's all we're doing. Rolling up some sausage meat, and that's going to go in and it'll be cooked in there. Now it'll probably have a lot lighter colour. It'll probably be a little white in colour. That's more traditional, you know. Okay, that lot is good enough. So we're going to take our pan. I'm going to chuck all that in there. All of it, including the fat. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff going on in there, look. We're going to go in there with some chicken stock. Now we're going to need a bit more than this. We have to bring it to the level of the potatoes. In there with your potatoes. I'm going in there with carrots. And I'm going in there with my onions. I'm going to give this a quick shufty round. So we want a little bit more water going on in there. They've got to come to nearly the level of the potatoes. Now they don't have to go over the potatoes because moisture is going to be released out of here, and it will be enough. So we're getting our flame on. And we're going in there with a bit of water, but I'm actually going to put in a little bit of seasoning. I want a little bit of black pepper in there, you know. And I got a little bit of dried thyme, which is completely optional. You don't have to go in with the thyme if you don't want it. Get that water in there. Level of those potatoes. That is superb. Little shufty round. Now I'm not salting this because the bacon is homemade and that was salted. The sausages have salt in, and so does the chicken stock. And then what we're going to do is just dump those little bits of sausage in there, look. You know, I can smell this already. It smells A1. A little bit more of that in there. We don't want too much. We're going to get a lid on. We're going to bring that up to the boil, get it up to the boil, and we're going to lower it down, and we're going to low and slow for 1.5 to 2 hours. Stick the fork in the potato. If the potato is soft, it's done. And you know, to serve up, I've already made my soda bread this morning before putting this on. The bread's out the oven. Smells absolutely tremendous. Let's get this cooked and let's serve it up. Oh, that's looking marvellous. It's coming up to the boil now, look. Oh, tremendous. If you want it to be really pedantic, you can scoop off some of that froth if you want. It's completely pointless. It's all going to cook back in there. But it's your choice. Okay, that's up to a boil. We need to put the lid on. And we're going to turn it down. I'm going to simmer that for 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, and then it'll be ready to serve. Oh, that's done enough for me. Just look at that. All we got to do now is serve some up. Now, you can either chuck the parsley in there or chuck the parsley on top of your dinner. The choice is yours. So I'm going to probably chuck some on my dinner. Oh, come on, let's have a couple of that ladles of that goodness in there. Look at that meat, the sausage. Oh, you got the carrots, the potato, our lardons. Oh, it just, the smell, oh, it's incredible. It's just one of those real homely smells. You know, you can imagine this wafting around the house and outside. Oh, just look at that. That looks, oh, that looks something special. Come on, we gotta give it a go. Slap some butter on this soda breast. Oh, look at that. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, come on. Look in here. Oh, just what we're after, you know. It's a real cracking family dinner, this, you know. All knocked together. Get a few down your neck, get back in. Oh, so simple. Now, even these sausages, look, that we actually put a little bit of colour on. They don't have colour on now they've been boiled. Nice bit of soda bread with butter on. Can't knock it. Now that is amazing. You know, I was brought up on bread and butter. I love it. Dip it in here, soak up all that juice, get that flavour. Oh, amazing. No posh food here, but I'll tell you, it's the best food you can eat. That is amazing. That is absolutely delicious. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, smash that like and subscribe. Share with your friends. All that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video. Oh man.